Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Pope, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end.
No, let's talk about this right now because he completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like, I don't appreciate.
What are we talking about, son?
Get into it, talk. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard.
Ayo. Chat, what's going on, man? It's great to be a Cane. We woke up and we're undefeated. You know, a lot of fan bases can't say that at this current juncture, but your Miami Hurricanes are undefeated. And it's great. It feels wonderful. Josh, what's going on? It ain't no lie. We're on a bye. I know. Another bye. I know, man. I know. Kane Thing, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. Kane Thing says Josh Pate has Miami ranked. Now, yeah. I see it. CB. Shout out to CB, man. He got some good news this week. Love it. Hopefully, you know, we all can get some good news, man. I hope you guys all get some good news this week. Flip Lopez and Russell call it. We shall see. We got some other names at receiver that we're trying to bag. I don't know if you guys have watched Mr. Paris from Ohio. I'm sorry, excuse me. Disrespectful. Ohio, Milan. He's a problem. You gotta watch him. Yeah, thank you guys for joining us, man. Joining me. You see Ben gotta work, man. CB's at work. Poke doing poke things on Wednesday. You know, I'm solo dolo, man. I don't know if my fellas remember them solo missions back in the day, right? Before we got married, you know, before we got girlfriends, whatever. You remember them late night solo missions? You got that call at like 10:30, and you just went solo on you went to play an away game. Yeah, you didn't tell nobody. You just left, you know, and you went to play that game, and then you came back home. I'm on a solo mission right now, man. Yeah, facts, CB. Mm-hmm. We need that number 81 from St. Thomas. Who is that, Pilo? Who's that? Give me a name. CB, if you know who that is, let me know, man. I haven't even dug into recruiting yet. You know, I've been just enjoying this ride and this season so far. Julius Jones, CB, no. Julius Jones Jr. Okay, I'm gonna check him. That's my dog. Okay, I'm gonna check him. CB, you see CB back. He's back. Yeah. We offer them Canes thing. I don't know. I posted something asking fans why we still going back and forth with that fan base. There's really no reason to. You know, there's no reason, man. The trajectory is different for us too, man. So there's no reason to go back and forth with them. So I'll, discuss the game a little bit, man. After I've watched it probably about 8 times since Saturday. Again, condensed version. I've watched the full game, and my thoughts haven't really changed on it. You know, I love watching the defense now. Like, I love watching aggressive, smart defense, right? Not just aggressive. Everybody can be aggressive. Everybody can run around, but aggressive, smart communication and all 11 hats to the ball. Like, I love that. That shit gets me hype. That's what gets me hype, man. Like, you see one person fly to the ball. He may miss. He may not make the tackle, but you got 4, 5, 6 wolves right next to him. They all hunting. And then you see, if you pop the ball out, you're most likely able to recover it. We didn't recover it on the sideline the one time, but when Poyser knocked it out of the running back's hand, we were able to recover it. When the ball was tipped up in the air, against Notre Dame, was it? Ruben Bain came through and picked that off because everyone's running to the ball. And that's what gets me hyped. That's what I love so much about Coach Heatherman and the staff on the defensive side of the ball. They got them boys running to the ball. And you can do that now that you have depth. You can do that now that you have depth. You know what I mean? You can do it now. You have bodies. They can run to the ball. You have bodies, man. So I love it. On offense, I love that we were just able to throw the ball. You want to put 8 in the box. You want to dedicate safeties. You want to bring safeties in the box. You want to leave your corners one-on-one. We're able to exploit that too. It's not just physical. It's not just, and we're still physical, but it's not just we're going to run the ball. We can throw the ball when we need to as well. So I love that, man. I love Carson Beck's maturity and his calmness in the pocket. I love the fact that, we rarely allow pressures, man. Carson Beck could just sit back there and throw the ball. I love it. So that's what I gathered from watching Florida State again. The foot off the gas debate, right? First of all, I don't think we're there yet. I don't think we're a team that you can say, yo, they took the foot off the gas. Because if you can take your foot off the gas, you should be able to put it back on, correct? Like if you can chill out, if you can stop, if you have that ability, if you're that good to take your foot off the gas and cruise to an easy victory, if things get dicey towards the end, you should be able to put that same foot back on the gas and extend the lead, right? And make it really uncomfortable. We didn't do that. And we couldn't do that. I don't know if we couldn't, but we didn't. We didn't do that. So we took our foot off the gas thing. I don't buy that. It was just sloppy. Fourth quarter was just sloppy, and that's okay to admit that it was just sloppy. It's okay. We had 13 penalties, man, for over 100 yards. That's sloppy. They scored all their points in the fourth. The remainder of their points in the fourth, outgained us in the fourth, outscored us. That's sloppy. That's not foot off the gas, man. That's not foot off the gas. You don't 28-3, yeah. You make it 35-3, 42-3. Yeah, then I foot off the gas. You're not taking your foot off the gas when you still got starters in. You still had starters in, man. Yeah, some people came in here and there, but you still had starters in. So, yeah, we just got to do better. We have to do better with closing out. We just have to do better closing out, man. That's all. And it's okay to say we're not that yet. We're not that yet. Listen, this is new. This is new. Coach Cristobal is still building the mentality. He has toughness now, right? He has the body types. O-line, D-line, secondary, running back room, receiver. He has the body types now, right? I think he has the teachers in the building now. Jay Taylor, Heatherman, Coach Lewis, the DB coaches, and Etheridge, and I forgot the other guy's name. I apologize. KB, Bennett, the old staff is still the same. All teachers, right? Now you have to learn how to finish. Now, as a team, you have to learn how to finish because that's the last step, right? You got to learn how to finish, man. So nothing wrong with that. But that's enough on Florida State, man. We ain't talking about them no more. They are irrelevant. Kellen Wiley, what's going on, brother? Sorry I'm late, Joe. I'm gonna see you in Charlotte. No doubt. No doubt. We outside. We outside. We gonna go eat good. We gonna go bug out, man. When you come out here. Callie Kane, what's going on? Joey Hot Take. If you look at the stats, Jacoby Thomas. Ooh. Hey, man. He's listen, Jacoby Thomas is playing at an elite level, dog. And I didn't expect it. I don't think anybody expected this. Like, if you're looking at this, you're like, yo, Tennessee, y'all are crazy for letting that go. But again, man, it's system teaching, new building, new uniform, new environment. Things happen that way, right? Keontae Scott, right? You look at him last season, he wasn't himself, but now they use him how he likes to be used, how he's supposed to be used. And we got a different Keontae Scott. We got the Keontae Scott that we're supposed to have or that he wants to be. So it's different. It's different environments, man. It's crazy to say that, if a kid was here, it would be different. Or if a kid was there, was there, it'll be different. We don't know until that person gets into that environment, man. I'm ready to extend Heatherman already. I feel you. Pilo. Mario just seems like the kind of guy who's not into embarrassing other coaches because he clearly yeah, Pilo, I think for some coaches, yes. Like when they play Bethune, he has a relationship with that coach, right? So he's not going to do that. No, but you see USF, Florida, he's not taking his foot off the gas for Florida. Nah. I don't think he feels that way about Norvell at Florida State. I don't think so. When we play Syracuse, I guarantee he's not worried about embarrassing that coach. So I don't think, man, Coach Cristobal has a pettiness that we talk about on this show a lot. He's petty. He hears everything. So nah. OG Canes fan, was it foot off the gas, just poor execution? Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't, people are saying foot off the gas. We start nah, man. Nah. Things might have changed a little bit, but not enough for that to happen. No. When Jacoby Thomas was given a national player, absolutely. He deserves it, man. Has that dog in him, no doubt. Did you hear how he called out Eric McClain from ACC Network for picking Everson? Yeah, man. Mario hears it all, man. Coach Cristobal hears it all. He's petty. But all right, Florida State is done. Got that dub. Love it. Things to work on. Another bye week. How do y'all feel about the second bye week? I mean, we all knew where it was at. We all saw the schedule preseason. Most of us didn't like it. It didn't make sense, right? Because now we have 7 in a row. Let me pull up the schedule. As a matter of fact, now we have 7 in a row, I believe. So how do we feel? Like I thought that the schedule's the schedule, right? You can't do anything about it, so we're gonna play. But I thought it was odd And I thought it really didn't make sense. But now that we played Florida State and just the tempo, right? Their tempo, I feel like we could use the extra bye week before we go into this stretch. Because looking at the schedule, we're not going to see another offense with that type of tempo. SMU is fast, but I don't know that they're Florida State fast. And you're not going to have to chase Jennings around like you did Castellanos. Like Jennings can run. Don't get it twisted. He's athletic. He's going to get out the pocket. But you're not going to have to chase him around like you did Castellanos, I don't think. Louisville, Miller Moss is a statue. He's not going anywhere. But they're going to throw the ball all over the field. And I think this is one of the best offenses we'll see. At least one of the best offensive minds we'll see with their coach, Coach Brom. Stanford, unfortunately. Syracuse is definitely not the same team. They're just not. Angeli's gone. They're not the same team. NC State is going to be a fight. I mean, I think we're going to win handily, but that's another offense with C.J. Bailey and Hollywood Smothers, who I used to watch in high school, and he's been a dog. You know what I mean? So I think that's going to be a fight. Virginia Tech is playing much better. They're playing better as of late, and Pitt is up and down. So, but those two are on the road. So I think the bye week is Wow, they need this bye week to recalibrate. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I think so. And you can prepare for this stretch run because this is conference play now. You started conference play 1-0. You're already ahead of the curve. So now you can prepare for what's to come. Josh S. Bye weeks equate to healing and process improvements. What 3 areas do you feel Mario is intentional in addressing or building upon for the second half of the schedule? Good question, Josh. I would definitely say the penalties, right? We're still top of the nation. We're definitely number 1 in the ACC in penalties, or last, or however you want to put it. We're the worst team penalty-wise in the conference. So that definitely has to be addressed. And how do you address that, though? You know, like, how do you address that, man? That's probably one of the hardest things to address. So you have to address that. You have to just continue to build upon what you've been building upon, right? You have to continue to get the young guys ready to play, because we're gonna need this stretch. You're gonna need the young guys, man. You're gonna need guys who haven't played that many snaps or as many snaps as the older guys. You're gonna need them. How do you incorporate Jordan Lau more into the offense? Because it seemed like it was a little off, right? I understand Florida State made a concerted effort to stop the run, but when you instill Jordan Lau, now it seems a little off because you've been working with Fletch and Marty Brown, and then you trying to incorporate Lau into the mix. You got to figure out how we're going to do that, right? If JoJo is working his way back, you got to figure out how you're going to insert him into the room, because your room has been set for the first 5 weeks. You got to figure out, you know, how to do that. So that's something to work on in the bye week. On the D line, you got to get them young boys ready. Bain and Mezzi, rightfully so, as players, as alphas, as older guys, competitors, are not coming out the game. Like, you send somebody to come get me. That's how I was. Shit, you send somebody to come get me. What? I'm not coming out for what? You know what I mean? But you got to get some young boys ready. You have to. So yeah, man. And the healing part is very important. Kane's thing. I was mad when the schedule first came out with the bye weeks, but now, man, yeah, no doubt. It does. I could have used, like, let's say the first bye week, I think, was perfectly timed. You know what I mean? I think that was perfectly timed. But looking at this, I could have did Florida State, Louisville, Stanford, SMU, and then a bye, and then finish out with the last four: Syracuse, NC State, Virginia Tech, Pittsburgh. I could have did that. I could have been cool with that. But we have a short. If we didn't have a bye and we were playing on Friday, we would have had a short week right after Florida State. So that might have been, that might have been crazy. Kane Sting 24, what's good? Hope all is well out here. Let me see. 818 Cali Kane. Louisville O-line is garbage. Yeah, they are. And I'm sure Coach Brom knows that. So he will do what he needs to do to try to keep his quarterback safe. I would think he's going to try to incorporate that run game. They have two good backs who don't get the ball enough to me. So I would think he's going to try to incorporate that run game a lot more. Juan, what's going on, man? What's your opinion of what is going on at North Carolina, Bill? It has turned into a scandal. Yeah. I saw that, man. I think Coach Belichick just realized that this ain't simple. This is not the NFL you're dealing with. I think he thought with his NFL experience and his pedigree, he could just come to college and just turn the team around. It ain't that. It ain't that. You're dealing with, 17, 18, 19, 17 to 23-year-olds, 20, you know what I mean? It's not that, man. It's a process. You have to go through it. And at his big age, I don't think he wants to go through that. So he came back to see if he can do it, probably, or something like that, man. Now he's trying to get out, which I think, is the right thing to do, man. If he not feeling it, it's the right thing to do, man. Get out. Keller and penalties and making sure the backups are ready to go. Facts. We're going to need the depth. Yes. Facts. Absolutely. Kellen again. Mario have to zone scheme off tackle for Lau. He doesn't seem effective. Yeah, I think he can, man. I think he can, but I feel you on that. Definitely get him off tackle. Get him in the pass game too, man. I think you get him out in the passing game. Again, we still haven't seen a running back screen. Still haven't. But I think you get him, out the backfield, some check downs. You get him some one-on-one on the linebacker. I think he'll work. I think he'll work with that. Josh, teams will game plan for Miami's inside zone A-gap run scheme. I really wish we incorporated halfback toss, halfback power counters, runs, and perhaps. Now we've run counters. We've run counters a lot, actually. We've kicked out, where we motion and we kick out the end, we leave the end unblocked and we kick them out. But I think, again, we're building off what we've been doing, right? So if we look and we see some of now Florida State, we had a whole different. We were off a bye week and we did a lot of different things. We were under center more than we've been. I don't think we've been under center at all. And but what was before? Who was before Florida? Right? We ran counter. We ran outside counter. We ran some outside zone. Yeah, I think we're building, and it really just depends on who we're playing, man. You know what I mean? I love Dawson for this, man. It really depends on who we're playing. Like he really sets his scheme to whoever we're playing, and he adjusts. He adjusts well. So I think if we're playing a team that can't stop us running the A gap scheme, zone, or gap, gap run scheme, inside zone, then he's going to run it. Why not? Outside screens as well. Yeah, I think we need some running back screens, though. I would love to incorporate some running back schemes. 818 Cali, what is your honest thoughts of the QB future of Miami? Will we continue? Yeah, this is crazy, 818, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I think if the right QB becomes available in the portal, we'll continue to pursue that QB. I think in the building they have targets, right? Like, and it's only a few QBs. It's not, every older QB who comes in the portal we're going to try to get. No. I think they identify a couple of QBs that they would go get or want to go get nearing the end of the season, and they take a swing. And if not, then now I know, like, if you're recruiting guys like Darion Coleman, like Luke Nickel, when do you use those guys? That's my thought too. So I don't know how you make the transition or when you feel comfortable making a transition. I don't think Coach Cristobal is going to start a freshman QB. I don't think so. But a guy like Luke Nickel, who enrolled early, he's been here. When do you say, all right, I'm ready. We're ready for this guy to take the reins. We don't need a portal QB. Is it when there are no portal QBs available that you want? Then you're like, all right, we got to roll with who we got in the building or what? So to answer your question, I think we get a portal QB. All I can say is for 26. I think in 26 we get a portal QB. Yes. We're missing the tight end element, which we see more of it. I think again we'll continue to see more things. It's a long season, y'all. I think we'll continue to see more things, man. I think we'll continue to see more Lofton. He's been involved. Bauman had a couple catches last game. I think he's getting in the groove now, man. Bye weeks, like Mr. Wiley said, and like I was saying, man, you get the young guys ready. Brock Schott, Luka Gilbert. I think those guys will start to get ready and be used. Joe, where does Miami need to improve during the bye week for offense and defense? Yeah, we discussed that briefly, man. I just think penalties. Again, they're near the bottom of the conference for penalties. They definitely need to work on that, get more disciplined in that aspect, and that's on the offensive side. They're shooting themselves in the foot too much. I think they need to continue to just build on what they've built so far. Continue to just get better, sharpen up run blocking, sharpen up route running, sharpen up QB play. That, like, Carson Beck has missed a few open guys. He threw the ball behind, can't remember who it was, maybe Tony Johnson or something. That would have been a first down. Just improve, man, and incorporate people, incorporate JoJo, incorporate Lau, incorporate some of the young tight ends that we mentioned, incorporate Josh Moore. more. You know what I mean? Get some young guy, Dylan Upshaw. I think he could Pringle, incorporate those guys a little bit more, man. On defense, the same thing. You know, clean up what needs to be cleaned up. There's still some discipline. There's still some things. Coach Heatherman mentioned that Florida State QB missed some guys, you know, that were open. Some blown assignments. We saw on the first drive, they play action and the running back, you know, swings out the backfield and he's wide open. You know, that's a missed assignment. Eyes weren't where they were supposed to be. Just continue to communicate better, work on communication and work on your assignments, man. Just continue to build, get healthy, definitely. Would Kansas State, Avery, You know what's crazy though? I think he would be, I think he would be crazy in Gus Malzahn's offense. I think that would be crazy. I wouldn't want him to see. I wouldn't want to see him in that offense. I think he would be better than what they have now in that offense. But here, I wouldn't. There's other quarterbacks I would take before him here for this style in this offense. But again, like I said, Coach Dawson, I think could make it work. Whoever's in the building, Coach Dawson would make the offense work. I believe. So I like the question. Honest question. Is Emory the QB for 26 or 3 years in the system? I don't know, man. I don't know, Josh. Gotta see it. I'm not gonna say no based off what we've seen, but I gotta see it, man. We will have to see it. I think with him, the offense would be similar to what it is now. Definitely. You have to rely on the run. You will have to keep him clean. And let's keep it a buck. For 26, the O-line is not going to be what it is now. For 26, you could lose 5 O-linemen, though, this year. You could lose Markel Bell. You could lose Matt McCoy. You're going to lose Brockenmeyer. You're going to lose Coop. And you're going to lose Stacey. Right? So you got to bring in 5 new, and not new. You got Samson coming back. You have SJ if he grows into that role. You have Ryan Rodriguez. You have some guys. You got Jackson Cantwell coming in. You got the young boy. You know what I mean? You have people, but it's not going to look the same out the gate. You know, so I don't know if you can keep Emory clean like you've kept quarterbacks clean the last 2 years. Adrian, I think Mario will continue to work the portal for experienced QBs until he can. Yeah, I agree. Adrian. I agree. Let's go after Arch. He will look. Yo, you know what though, Kellen, man? I don't think Arch has ever thrown the ball good. Like it, looking at it, even when he's clean, when he's kept clean, the ball just don't come off his hand right. He doesn't throw a tight spiral often. But his uncle, Peyton was kind of like that too, a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't see it clean or not clean. You know what I mean? Chat, are we the best in the land? Is Miami the number 1 team? Let's discuss it, man. Hold on, let me get this real quick. Lord Baconson, appreciate you, brother. Do y'all think we are a defensive-led team? K-State QB would be nice than Coleman. So, a defensive-led team. No, I think we are playing fantastic complementary football. I think we are playing great complementary football right now. Yes. What we needed to play last year, we are doing that now. Yes. We addressed the K-State QB. I don't think so, but I know some people who do. I think we may be able to grab a couple young guys out of the portal from Florida, crossing my fingers on Dallas. Oh, buddy. Whoa, Nelly. I don't think Vernell's leaving because that's just his school, man. His pops, his family. I don't think he's leaving. Dallas, I could see something like that. I could see something like that. JoJo better incorporate that playbook and practice. We don't know what's going on with JoJo, man. We're hearing rumbles from people who probably don't know anything. So we don't know what's going on, man. He'll get it together though. He's a young man. Forget he's a young man. So he'll get it together though. And Coach KB and the staff, everybody on staff, his teammates will help him get it together, and he'll be back popping, man. So Wiley, I would like CJ Bailey, but I don't want Darion to leave. So how would y'all feel about CJ Bailey? Carl P, Cal QB or Maryland's QB, both well worth it. They both freshmen right now, so we have them. I don't think, Carl, they would want to get young guys in the portal. Like, that's not the point for a QB. If we look around the country and we look at playoffs and championships, look at the quarterbacks who have won or have taken their teams far. You had Cam Ward, who was a senior. You had, we didn't go to the playoffs, but you saw what Cam Ward does. Carson Beck now, who's a senior. Dylan Gabriel at Oregon. Will Howard at Ohio State. All those guys were transfers. So I think with the quarterback position, specifically with the quarterback position. Now, if we're talking about somewhere else, then yes. But the quarterback position, I think our staff and I definitely think Coach Cristobal would like someone with at least 3 years of college football experience. At least. You coming off playing your freshman year? Nah. Because you have to understand this offense and you have to be able to run this offense. Like Coach Dawson gives the quarterback a lot of freedom. So you got to be you got to be able to run that, and I don't think a freshman would serve the purpose. And if you bring a freshman in here or a sophomore in here, you losing a couple quarterbacks, man. You know what I mean? So, Matt McCoy. I mean, we hope, right? We hope McCoy coming back. We hope Markel Bell coming back too, right? We hope, but you never know, man. You don't know their circumstances. Cannon Pickett coming as well. He is. Yep. And will we get another portal center? Who knows? You know what I mean? I know you was joking, though. I know, man. Offense has to eat the next 7 weeks in order. Our next opponents we face. In order of our next opponents, we face the 48th, 104th, 75th, 108th, 77th, 90th. Woo! Scoring. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Like, listen, we're definitely not worried about anybody's defense that we're about to face. It's all offense, right? Louisville's offense. SMU's offense. Syracuse is nothing. They're done. NC State on offense. So it's definitely not anybody's defense we're concerned with. Nah. Cal, yeah, we said that. Let's go down. Joe, before you get off tonight, what's your status and name and what school does he play for? What's your status and name, Joey Tony? What's your status and name and what school? Explain that to me. I don't understand this question. What's your status and name? Let me know what you're talking about. Heatherman has made me a believer. I'm not concerned. Okay. Yeah, facts. You're right. And you would know. You know, I know you. I know Son is about to thrive. Listen, that was the question, right? Coach Heatherman. I need to see stuff. I need to see things. And the way he's adjusted and the way he's game planned for each and every challenge. Because every week we've had a different challenge. Every week someone has been saying, I need to see what the defense looks like against this. I need to see what coach can do against this. Now I hear people saying this is going to be the real test for the secondary. Louisville's offense is going to be the real test because of Coach Braum. They do have good receivers. They have Miller Moss. But like you said, I think this type of offense actually feeds into our defense's hands. I think this is the type of offense that we want to face. So, yeah, I'm a believer as well. I'm not going to hold you. Carl P. What you say, Carl P? I hear you, but if you look at who's balling at QB right now, both of them are doing better than CJ with more years. There are no 2-3-year QB playing better. Well, CJ's not doing bad. It's just can somebody, if you have a chance, look up CJ's numbers. CJ's not doing bad. And just think about his O-line, the weapons around him. Think about him in this offense with all his tools. Think about the weapon. Think about who he was in South Florida and think about the people he could bring with him. The receivers who may be elsewhere and be like, yo, we're going to finish out with CJ. You know what I mean? Think about that. Just think about that. Hey, listen, James, relax, man. Relax. We will need to replace Dawson next year. Listen, relax. Don't put that down. Listen, look, I'm spraying that. See this? Spraying that. We don't need that. That's negative. That's negative energy, James. Dawson, Coach Dawson. Listen, some coaches are content with where they're at. All coaches don't want to be head coaches. I wish some coaches that were coordinators would just stay coordinators, man. Like, everybody shouldn't be a head coach. You see my guy in San Francisco, man, the D coordinator who was coaching at the Jets, Mr. Salah. He left, tried to be a head coach. Nah, stay at DC, man. You're a fantastic DC. Stay at DC. Sometimes it works. Coach Lashley, maybe. You know, we'll see. He had success last year, but, you know, it's getting kind of tough now. Stay a coordinator, man. You know, maybe he wants to do that. I hope so. Don't do that. Not yet. I'm not ready for him to leave yet, man. We need this chip first. Then he can go. Never type or speak those words again. Let me get to this Canes we're at, y'all, and we'll come back and finish up, man. Appreciate everybody for being with us, man. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience.
Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Man, Caneswear got what you need. Last time I came, when we were down for the Notre Dame game, that damn line, I don't know if you guys know where Caneswear is, but that damn line was outside the damn strip mall. It was ridiculous. They had to do one in, one out like they was at the club, man. Go to Caneswear. Basketball season's about to start. Go to Caneswear, get your basketball gear. Great people. Go online and order. They'll get your stuff to you quick. Caneswear, that's my spot, man. I heard Arkansas is looking for a head coach. That's right. I think that's Lashley though. Lashley, I believe, went to Arkansas. He's an alum, man. I think he's their number one priority at Arkansas. Lord Baconton, we are keeping Heatherman and Dawson for 2 more years. Yeah, I hope so. Give us at least 2 more, man. With Texas looking the way they do, I don't see Cooper and James Johnson sticking. I don't know about that, Sha. There's some things that, and listen, I don't know what the arrangement is, but I think Texas can do some things monetarily. Not that Miami can't do, but I don't know that Miami would be willing to do for a running back. Right? Cooper's that dude. Cooper's that guy, but Javion Mallory is that guy too. He's nice. And if you're able to get one other guy, I think they'll be all right. You know what I mean? I think they'll be all right. Now, the D tackle, yeah, that's at a premium, right? So you want to get those guys in the building. But Cooper, I don't think, man. I don't think they're gonna go as hard for that. Not that they're gonna give up, because once Coach Cristobal brings the loafers out, it's time to go. And they're still recruiting them, I'm sure. But our defense, thank you, Callie Kane. Our defense will be facing offenses in order. Okay, Louisville 35th, 111th. Who's 111th? Is that Syracuse? Stanford, right? Yeah, we know. 44th in SMU, 69th in Syracuse, and dropping. 45th in NC State, not bad. That's what I'm saying. 97th and 12th. Like, it's not. That's the thing. Their defenses are terrible. Their offenses are what we need to worry about. Like, Louisville is always going to be good on offense because of the coaches they have. Always. NC State is always solid, and they have CJ and they have Hollywood Smothers, man. That's a good combination right there. And CJ's playing much better. He's grown. He's playing much better, man. So it's going to be something. They kept recruiting my son, so I think they will make him Cooper. Yeah, no doubt. I think so too. Not saying they're going to stop. Definitely not going to stop. But, I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. I hope it works out. I hope you're able to keep guys like that home. Just like the receiver. Gosh, I'm old. Just losing the receiver that's committed to Syracuse. Calvin Russell. I'm sorry. Just like him, you're not gonna stop. You're not gonna stop recruiting them. And yeah, they he puts up a post, or someone posts that he's fully committed. He's locked in with Syracuse. You know how that go. But we'll see. Because keeping it a buck, I don't think that coach at Syracuse is going to be there next year. there's too many jobs that are coming open that I think, they're going to look at him for. So I don't think he's going to be there next year. Keeping it a buck. So we shall see. All right. Any more questions, man? Any more questions? Bye week. We'll start discussing Louisville on Sunday, right? Because we have a short week. So we'll be back. They play next Friday. We'll be back this Sunday to start discussing it. We'll talk about what we saw this weekend in college football. What games should we be looking out for this weekend, man? Sit down and watch some football this weekend, man. Honestly, watch some football and see where you think Miami stacks up against some of these teams out here. So you got Alabama and Missouri, right? You got Ohio State's first test, I would say, test at Illinois. They're going to Illinois. It's going to be a crazy environment. We'll see how that works. Let me see. Oklahoma's going to Texas. We'll see what happens there. They're going to Texas. With a tough defense, Arch, we'll see what happens. We'll see what Sarkisian does. He may bench Arch. We'll see. Indiana, Oregon. We're going to see what Mendoza can do against Oregon. They're going to Oregon. So we're going to see. Florida's going to Texas A&M. Coming off a big one at Texas. Not at Texas, but at home, right? So Florida's going to Texas A&M, man. That's going to be a huge test for Florida. Let's see if they can play like they played against Texas, man. Georgia's going to Auburn and South Carolina going to LSU. So, yeah. Some good games, man. Definitely be watching Indiana and Oregon because I'm curious to see how Mendoza handles that. And I like Mendoza. That's one of the guys. If we didn't get Beck, I would have liked for us to get Mendoza. That would have been my choice. So, yeah, man, good football on this weekend. Like I said, we'll be back Sunday. Listen, I appreciate all of y'all, man, for coming through. Listen, we're on TeePublic now. We got gear on TeePublic. We'll add some more on there. But check us out on TeePublic. Let me try to share this real quick. Yeah, man, check us out. We got the TeePublic page. Just search You Heard. You'll be able to get us. You see the picture. We are in the facility. We got the gear, man. We just launched it. We got the You Heard. We'll put the new logo on there. We got the You Heard. We got the Legends lines on there. We got the ladies on there. We still got that F that big 3. It's just big we on there. Yeah, man. Check us out on TeePublic. Definitely. All right, man. Any more questions? Let's see. What SEC team are you impressed by? Impressed. I'm not impressed by anybody. I think Alabama is coming into their own now. I think they're starting to play better. That freshman QB starting to play better now. Ty Simpson. They're starting to get their wheels, starting to get the groove a little bit. I still think they're struggling defensively, but I think they're starting to be better. Ole Miss is doing, Lane's doing what Lane does during the season. And I was impressed by Florida's win against Texas. And I'm going to see how they do this week. I hope they do well against Texas A&M this week. And Texas A&M. I always thought Elko was a good coach. So I like watching them boys play. Ralph asks, would you take CJ Bailey as I would. I would. Yep. I think CJ Bailey would get busy in this offense, especially with the weapons we'll bring in. Yep. Yep. All right, man. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for joining us, man. Thank you for joining me. Salute to my guys, Poke, CB, Benny. We will be back Sunday, and I think next week we will be back with For the Culture on Tuesday evening. Yeah, we will. So we'll discuss Louisville all week next week. Louisville's on the clock, baby. Louisville's on the clock, baby. You know? So it's all about that you. Peace.
Thanks for watching. You heard. Thanks for listening. We appreciate y'all. You already know every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. You already know every Sunday. Right on time.